to the Civil War Guru Show. My name is Stevemnsn and I am the Civil War Guru. And today I have in here an incredible piece of history. This is a cased Kerr pistol that belonged to Confederate General William Preston. Now, William Preston was from Kentucky, and he actually went to school down here at St. Catherine, and that's the same place actually Jefferson Davis went to school at, right here in Bardstown, Kentucky. And then he went on to Yale, and he graduated from Harvard Law School, became an attorney. The Mexican War broke out, and he was in command of the 4th Kentucky. He was lieutenant colonel. And after the Mexican War, he got into politics. He was a state representative, and then a U.S. representative. Then he became ambassador to Spain. He was appointed by President Buchanan. And that's where we think that he actually picked this pistol up, is when he was in Spain. And then the Civil War broke out in 1861, and he returned to his beloved state of Kentucky. And he enlisted into the Confederacy, and he was appointed lieutenant colonel of the 4th Kentucky. And a unique thing about William Preston is his brother-in-law was Albert Sidney Johnston. And at the Battle of Shiloh, when Johnson was dying, actually William Preston was holding him in his arms as he died. He was William Preston's brother-in-law. Anyway, Preston continued on, and he had his own brigade. And then in 1864, they made him the envoy to Mexico. And I think Maximilian was in power at that particular time. Then after the war, he come back to Louisville, and he died in 1897. Now, he had a sister, and her name was Miss Hayburn, and Susan P. Hayburn. And she got involved into United Confederate Veterans, daughter of the Confederate Veterans, and she and her group of lady friends and orphans, they raised the funds for the magnificent statue that's sitting in Louisville, the one down by the University of Louisville that they're trying to move. Actually, they got a court writ to move it. But that magnificent statue was raised by Miss Hayburn, who was the daughter, the sister of William Preston. And William Preston didn't get to see the statue come up. He died in 1897. And the statue continues, and it's a magnificent story, but I'm going to get off that subject because it's kind of a little sore spot with me, moving a magnificent statue like that from its original resting place. But what we have here is a wonderful case Kerr, and when you, Brennan Cole's grandson, will get up here and get some close-ups, you'll notice it don't have a lanyard ring on it because it was made for a case. And it's got all the accessories, and now when we get up here, you'll actually see the silver presentation plaque on it that his sister, when she donated it to the William Preston United Confederate Veterans at Harrodsburg, Kentucky. And we also have actually the index card where it was there at Harrodsburg. But we also have I did a little sign there where you can actually see the presentation because it's hand engraved, and the angles of the light and the silver you might not be able to read it too good, but you'll be able to see the actual presentation, and she talks about her illustrious brother. But an outstanding piece of history. Kerr revolvers, as you know, was a favorite of the boys in the South. And this magnificent pistol, if it was on the market, would far bring, I would say, in the range of $50K. But it's a wonderful piece of history, and I have it down here in display, down at the Western Theater Museum in Bardstown, Kentucky. And you can come in there and take a look. One of the finest museums in the country. Fantastic items in there. There's over 22 generals, Union and Confederate, and 56 uniforms, and on and on and on. Just an outstanding facility and run by great people. So from the Civil War Guru, enjoy.